This could be it. I could just sink into the mud and never be seen again. Good morning, wanderers. Today I am in the village of Woolpit in Suffolk, looking at some very weird and strange and wonderful things about this village. Come and join me.
Come along, yeah, you know you can. Walking on, he's the walking man.
Just want to say a big thank you to all my subscribers. We're now got over 400 subscribers. Absolutely fantastic. If you can hit that red button and the bell icon, that's really great, really helps me with this channel. The name Woolpit has nothing whatsoever to do with the Suffolk wool trade. The name Woolpit appeared in a document as far back as the year 1005, long before the wool trade in Suffolk became prominent. Another possibility is the village got its name because it had a wolf pit to capture wolves. But the most likely explanation is that it came from the personal name of Ulf Cattell, which when translated means wolf trap. Ulf Cattell was a councillor at the court of Ethelred the Unready, and he was a famous warrior and often referred to as the Earl of the East Angles, so it would not be surprising to find a village named after him. Two of the street names in the village remember the cow fair and also the horse fair that were once held in the village. Woolpit still has its own little prison. The lockup at Woolpit, known also as the Old Jail, is situated in Green Road. So these village lockups were used to imprison local troublemakers until they could be transported to a nearby town to go before the magistrate. Apparently the lockup was well used, and a story is told about the last incumbent, who was a travelling showman with a dancing bear. Whilst the man was drinking in the local pub, the bear escaped its shackles, and they thought it would be safer to lock the bear up rather than its drunk owner. There's quite a few of these village lockups still around Britain. The Woolpit sign in the middle of the village has three elements. From the right to the left, the wolf. It remembers the possibility of wolf pits in the area. St Mary's Church, Woolpit, and the Green Children. We'll come to the Green Children in a moment, but first let's have a look at St Mary's Woolpit. The Church of St Mary's Woolpit has existed in the village for more than 1,000 years. It was once a popular place of pilgrimage, especially throughout medieval times, because so many people came to pray at the shrine of Our Lady Woolpit. This was a famous statue, almost certainly housed in the church. On my visit today, the church was obviously closed due to the lockdown regulations, so we can't go and have a look inside. So apparently there's an ancient well called Lady's Well that is renowned to have healing properties. So we're going to find it. It's taken me quite a while to track the location down, so I'm hoping I'm right this time. Let's go and find out. And then there'll be more on the weirdest thing about Woolpit. So the tricky thing about finding this healing well is there isn't any pavements down this stretch of the road. So I'm trying not to get wiped out by the cars as I come up fairly quick into the village. So the lockdown's been eased a little bit, but apparently not for hairdressers or barbers. So I'm wondering about reintroducing my 1970s hairstyle, which was like this.
Ooh la la.
Don't know what you think. Obviously it wouldn't be quite that shade of brown. We could go for the grey version of that. Apparently there's not much when you get to it, when you do find this little spring, this holy well. Not sure if this is it. No, go on that side. Wonderful. You just go around the other side. So, this is the most unremarkable holy well I think I've ever been to. That is it. That brick covered thing there, and this muddy puddle here is the holy spring, the holy well. I don't know if this will lift it. Yeah, there's a bit of a well there with a metal grate on. So this is the Holy Lady Well of Woolpit. Come and get your healings. It is said that at one time that there were pilgrimages to this place. If there were, I can see why they dropped off. But good luck finding that if you come looking for it. Very difficult to find. So the Green Children, yes. In the 12th century, it was said that a shepherd was coming in for the fields one night, passing one of these wolf pits, and he heard two children crying. And when he looked in the pit, he saw a little boy and a little girl, dressed a bit shabbily. Turned out they didn't speak English. The other thing he noticed about them was that their skin was green. So he took them home. The villagers tried to feed the children. The children wouldn't eat anything, just kept crying, until someone brought in some green beans, and then they wolfed the green beans down, literally. And so the rich man looked after the children, and they grew up for a little bit. The little boy was baptized, but he was always sickly, and he died quite young, shortly after he was baptized, apparently. The little girl, however, grew up after the children learnt to eat the food that was more common to the area. Their skin went to a normal colour. Yeah, the little girl grew up to be a woman, and she got a bit of a reputation for, how can I put this politely, being a woman of loose morals. And in the end, she went off with a man from King's Lynn in Norfolk, married him. And some people say that the descendants of the Green Children still live in Woolpit to this day, but nobody knows who they are. So this has been the weird, strange wonders of Woolpit. If you know of any more, do let me know. YouTube thinks you'll like one of these videos.